If you're a creator in the US, the last year has felt like a total roller coaster, right? Well, buckle up because the ride is definitely not over. A massive transformation is coming to TikTok, and we're going to break down exactly what's happening and, more importantly, the moves you need to make to not just survive this thing, but actually come out on top. Okay, let's get right into it.
So, this is the big one, the question that's been keeping the entire creator community up at night. And the short answer is, well, it's complicated. Kinda no, but also kinda yes. The global version of TikTok, the app we all know and use right now, is on its way out. But a complete shutdown, a total blackout where the app just disappears, it really seems like we've managed to avoid that worst-case scenario.
So how in the world did we get here? It's been a wild year. It all kicked off back in January when the Supreme Court upheld that divestment law, which, you'll remember, led to that brief, very scary app suspension. Then, we got a couple of presidential extensions that bought everyone some time, keeping the app online while all these frantic negotiations were happening behind closed doors. And all of that led us to right now, September 2025, where we finally got some breakthrough news. And that breakthrough is what everyone's calling the American TikTok deal. Instead of just bringing the hammer down with a ban, this is being framed as a lifeline, a way to keep the platform and its massive creator economy alive, but in a way that satisfies those national security concerns.
The headline here is that a framework of a deal has officially been reached between the US and China. Now, this isn't just a rumor floating around. This is a real, structured path forward. A full shutdown was a very real threat, but this deal completely flips the script. We're no longer talking about an ending. We're talking about a brand new beginning.
So what exactly is American TikTok? You know, the easiest way to think about it is like a spin-off, one that's built from the ground up just for the US market. The whole idea is to create this standalone app that's owned, operated, and monitored right here in the United States. It effectively cuts the direct operational ties to ByteDance in China, and that's the big compromise designed to comply with US law.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the deal. First, TikTok's US operations are being sold to a group of American investors. Second, and this is a huge one, all US user data is going to be stored right here on US soil with companies like Oracle handling the back end. Third, content moderation is now going to have direct US oversight. And here's the kicker. This means the global TikTok app on your phone right now will be banned from US app stores. It's going to be replaced by this new American version.
All right, so that's the corporate stuff. But who really cares about that, right? What does this actually mean for you, the person making the content? How is this going to change your videos, your audience, and your income? This is your new playbook.
Let's put these side by side to really see the difference. The algorithm, it's becoming totally US specific, so your feed is going to feel different. Your data, fully localized here. Moderation, it's getting a lot stricter. Now, the good news is that monetization tools, like the Creator Fund and Live Gifts, they're expected to stick around, just under US regulation. But the two biggest game changers for you are your followers, which become US only, and the features. That global integration is gone. Say goodbye to easy international collabs for now.
Let's take into that algorithm change a little more. You know how before you could jump on a trend that was blowing up in Brazil or Korea and ride that wave to go viral? Yeah, that's going to be a lot harder now. The new US-only algorithm will be fine-tuned for American cultural moments and trends. In the long run, that might actually create more stability, but those crazy, explosive global trends, they might take way longer to show up on your For You page, if they ever do.
Content moderation is also getting a major overhaul. With this new, enhanced US oversight, there's going to be a much heavier focus on cracking down on misinformation and anything that's seen as foreign influence. So, for creators who touch on political topics or sensitive social issues, this means you're facing a higher risk of your content getting deprioritized or maybe even taken down. The goalposts are definitely moving, and you just need to be aware of it.
And this is probably the single biggest gut punch for every single creator out there. Your account itself should migrate over to the app just fine, but your audience? It's about to get a lot smaller. Any followers you have that are outside of the United States? They're gone. Your new audience will be pulled from that 170 million plus user base here in the US. It is, for better or worse, a hard reset.
Okay, so knowing all that, what should you be doing right now? First thing, don't panic. It's time to be proactive, not reactive. This is your survival guide. 4 really important moves you can start making immediately.
Here it is, your action plan, plain and simple. Step 1, start proactively migrating your content and your data now. Step 2, diversify. Get your content onto other platforms. Step 3, build a backup for your monetization streams. And 4, stay plugged into the official updates.
Let's break each of these down. Step 2, diversifying is, honestly, not optional anymore. And this data right here shows you why. In the middle of all this uncertainty this year, just look at the explosive growth on other platforms. Instagram Reels saw a staggering 361% jump in US downloads. The audience is already spreading out, and you absolutely should be too.
So where should you go? Well, your top picks, the easiest transitions, are going to be Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. But keep your eye on some others too. Triller is a US-based app that's really focused on music. RedNote is getting popular for lifestyle content. And then there's Lemon 8. It's an option for sure, but just remember, it's also owned by ByteDance, so it might carry some of the same long-term risks.
Now, as you start to diversify, you gotta go in with realistic expectations. The data shows that most creators only manage to bring about 20 to 30% of their audience with them when they move to a new platform. And that's exactly why starting now, before you're forced to, is so critical. It gives you the best possible shot at getting more of your followers to make that leap with you.
So the main takeaway from all of this is pretty simple. I know it feels chaotic and scary, but this isn't the end of your career as a creator. It's a pivot. It's a strategic shift to a new, probably more stable, but very different, very American platform. The creators who adapt to these new rules and this new algorithm, they're the ones who are going to succeed in this next chapter. And all of this leaves us with one big question as we move forward. The whole point of American TikTok is to create a safer, more secure app, one that's free from foreign influence. But in doing that, with stricter oversight and a US-only algorithm, does it risk becoming a more censored, less creatively free version of the app that we all came to love? That, right there, is the trade-off every creator is going to have to navigate.